Okay, so our next story is about the top 10 ways to be more productive when working at home. And I've noticed that working at home has become such a phenomena. I feel like it wasn't that much of a thing. Yeah, like at all. But I feel like when my parents were growing up and things like that, you didn't work from home. You had to commute to work. You had a steady job, 9 to 5. You were there all the time.
Yeah.
And now everything's super flexible. I don't work from my home a lot of the time. I work from another person's home, so we work in a group setting together.
You work from someone else's house.
Yeah, but sometimes I have to work from home, so I think these are really good tips. Do you work from home often? Have you worked from home?
Yeah, okay, so I have a company, Richard Media Company. Shout out to my company, richardmediacompany.com. Anyway, I spent the first probably 2.5 years of my company working from home exclusively, and it crushed me.
It's hard.
It is so hard. Like, it's not easy. I'm not really built for it. So I go to an office that I pay rent for like 4 days a week, and I work from home usually on Fridays. And that's a happy medium for me.
Yeah, it's so much easier just to chill in your pajamas and like
lay in bed and work
until you get something and just kind of do it. Okay, so number 10, get dressed. I feel like that's actually a really good thing. If you stay in whatever you woke up in, it's so much easier to just do nothing as you were doing before you need to go to work. Then we have number 9, commute to your home office. Okay, so this is kind of funny. It says, in the mornings, I used to say goodbye to my wife like someone going to work. I'd leave the house, walk around a few blocks, and come back like a person arriving at the office. Can you imagine if your like spouse did that? I would be like, okay, bye, you're so weird every single day.
So I think these first 2 tips are really good because they both address kind of the same problem. And it's the fact that when you're working from home, it's hard to mentally separate home time and the way you act at home from work time.
Yeah.
So when you get up and you take a shower and you go out and you do something, and maybe it's just like you go out, you get in your car, you get a cup of coffee, and you come back, your brain kind of switches modes and it's like, okay, it's work time.
Yeah.
Right? It's not lay in bed and kind of like half do emails while you're like half asleep. So I think this is good. What else do we got?
Number 8, take mini exercise breaks, which I'm so about. I'm starting to get more in the habit of walking every few hours and getting up and walking around, which is so hard when you're at home. It's different when you're in an office setting, when you're like, okay, let's just go check out my like cubicle neighbors or see what's going on over there. When you
walk to a meeting,
when you're
stuff
sitting
like that.
in your room, you're like, what is happening? Okay, and number 7, get the right tools for your job. A desk is a really big deal because if you're not sitting at a desk, you're usually slouched over, sitting back in a chair.
Like on a couch. Or no one ever gets any good work done on a couch.
And the TV's usually happening and things are just going in every different direction. Okay, number 6, keep your family from disturbing you. This can be really hard. And so in my situation, I actually am working directly with someone who works in their home where their family is involved.
With children.
Yeah, and oftentimes the door is closed. They know to knock on the door before entering, and if they don't get a response from the knock, then they don't go outside. And honestly,
that's hilarious.
It is.
Sometimes she doesn't respond.
Because she's on the phone or something like that. If she's not doing anything, she responds. They don't come down very often. But if she's on the phone, then they know not to come inside. And that's a big deal to have those boundaries. Because if you don't, can you imagine being on a phone call, having the kids crawl all over you? Not even. It doesn't work. Even animals. Like, I can imagine like working in my home and like worrying about petting my dog.
My cats will like sit on my head while I'm working, no matter what. They don't care.
You're thinking Cap.
All right, we're coming up on the break here, so let's hammer through the last couple.
So let's block all disturbances with the same as family, create a focused work environment, and switch up your office location, work from place to place. Force yourself to stop working. So you need to have the differentiation between work and home still.
That's important.
And then finally, create a routine and set boundaries. Routines and habits make everything go a lot smoother.
I love it. Okay, so maybe this will help you with your quest to be a better worker